for the right to represent the AFC in this year's Super Bowl. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
Mike, when you're grinding away in the midst of training camp, these are the moments that you fantasize about. However, it's no longer a fantasy for either of these two teams. It's their reality, and it's up to them to seize the opportunity in front of them. But for that to happen, we're going to need a big game out of their quarterback, and if he plays the way he's capable...
Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. A troubling development here in this AFC title game. That's Palmer, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. He'll get this out wide. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. He'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Allen on 3rd down. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Allen. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Allen. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Here's 2nd and 6. Allen going to give it to Cook. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's hauled in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
I really like the play call. Sometimes you can catch the defense thinking run, and you can change it up on 1st down and go pass. The issue is, if you're the quarterback, you've got to get this ball out of your hand. It's either touchdown or out the back of the end zone into the bleachers, because you cannot afford to go backwards when you find yourself in a goal to go.
Moved back to the 10 They'll try here on 2nd and goal.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll run. It's Cook. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. There is a marker down, but I think this score is going to hold up.
Offside. Defense.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bills have struck first in the AFC Championship game. They're out to a 7-0 lead. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
We talked to him earlier in the week, Mike, and he tried to downplay this as just another game, but I think after seeing him on the field during warm-ups, that's gone out the window. You can tell it's starting to set in just how big of an opportunity this really is. They've outlasted every team in the AFC except for the one they're about to face. If they're able to beat them, man, they'll have a chance to do something really special. But for that to happen, they're going to need him to lead the way as they try to overcome this intimidating atmosphere. And if he does that, they could be holding the Lamar Hunt Trophy in just a few short hours.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the game, but it will bring up 3rd down. 3rd and a yard. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That is caught by Washington. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. The tight end motioning left here. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. This throw pulled in by Pitts. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand. And
to the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Benford.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out. And
this throw batted away and incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
A pickup there of 25 yards. Good for a Bills first down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of...
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Allen. That's to the left side and taken in by Coleman. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down. One more time going up top with Allen. That one knocked away and incomplete. Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Cook. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop him. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, Josh Allen. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
To the goal line and in. Joshua Palmer. Touchdown, Bills. Extra point try by Bass. He's got it. And the Bills move out on top, 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. In motion comes Thomas. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 18 on the play. And the Jaguars first down.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. A troubling development here in this AFC title game. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a first down. They'll look to throw again. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Back to the air one more time. That caught by Davis. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Pitts is the man in motion. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Now Allen on first down. A pass caught right side by Coleman. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly a first down. In motion, Shakir. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. This one complete to Palmer. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
On first down, it's Allen. Looking middle, he's got it complete to Coleman. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly.
That is caught by the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Buffalo.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Very good kickoff. returnable from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. He's got his target. That's Pitts. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Open man is Davis. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Tight end going in motion here. They'll look to throw yet again. Checking it down, this one is caught. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment and get
in trouble, and down he goes. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter. He fields it at the 8. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The visitors' offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll start out first down and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They send the tight end in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. This one complete to Washington. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
He'll drop to throw. Catch made right side by Thomas. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7. Putting the tight end in motion. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. They'll look to throw. Taking off. He'll try to get there. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away. We'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. Just what the punter's hoping to do. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. They'll throw on first down with Allen. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7. From the gun, Josh Allen. This one caught by Khalil Shakir. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll go play action here with Allen. This one intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's taken in by Thomas. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Back to throw. He's got it at the 3. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Throwing now from the gun. That's taken in. And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll stick with him again. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Allen. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the first down.
That's taken in by Shakir. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. He'll go left side here and complete this one. They go right back to him. This catch good for 11 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Again, it's Allen to the air. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
One more time going up top with Allen. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and a yard. Now a designed run. It's Allen. And he's going to be close to a first down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Off the play fake, here's Allen. And he'll take it on in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Bills. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw, taken in. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in the AFC Championship game. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. To the air now on 1st and 10. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Jaguars.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Back to the air one more time. This throw pulled in by Pitts. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Jaguars first down.
They'll look to throw again. Catch made right side by Thomas. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw yet again. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be taken down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He'll drop to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jaguars. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. He keeps it himself. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A run up the middle with Cook. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Once again, it's Cook. And he's going to get him a 1st down here across midfield and down to the 45.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That's another Buffalo Bill.
On 1st and 10. It's Cook. And that one not going to net too much. He'll get this down to the 31.
Offside. Defense. Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. On the handoff, this is Cook. And he'll get about 5. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll run straight ahead with Cook. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We're back to crown an AFC champion after this. I'll give on the ground. And he'll work this into the red zone inside the 20-yard line. Taken down after a gain of 5. A carry for Cook. And he's close to the 1st down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Cook. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up if they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. Allen going to give it to Cook. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
7-yard attempt.